Wear your face mask when you are around others. 2. Social distance by standing at least 6 feet apart from others. 3. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and water. Together, we can protect the village. Stay home, stay safe, support the village. Message by North Omaha COVID-19 Community Task Force.
All right, Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. We got a video this morning that we're going to play about 30 minutes. It is Les Brown, the greatest advice ever told. Today is Love Yourself Thursday. And so we're going to give some self-motivation today, without a doubt. So check this one out. Les Brown.
I like that. Folks will always point out reasons on why they're not living their dream, on why they're not manifesting their greatness. They will always be able to point those things out, but none of those things count. The only thing that counts are results, and results don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. They tell it all. Judge a tree by the fruit that it bears, not the ones that it might talk about, not the ones that it might wish for or think about or affirm about, the fruit that it actually bears. So let us look. I think that all of us are committed. But I think that some of us are producing results in our lives that level of commitment brings that we particularly don't like or find distasteful. I don't think that as a participant in life, you cannot be committed. You're either committed to mediocrity or you're committed to greatness. You're either committed to being productive or you're committed to being non-productive. You're committed to being happy or you're committed to being unhappy. Whatever you're doing, however you spend your time, that tells you who you are. So think about what it is you like to create in your life experience. Once I look at how you commit your time, once I do an evaluation on how you spend your time, I can tell you exactly what you're committed to. People that say they have dreams or want to open a business or want to do something differently than what they're now doing, they don't like their jobs, they're unhappy, they're unfulfilled. People who say they want to improve their income level, look at how they spend their time. How they spend their time, the commitment of their time, how they use that will really tell the truth. People who said, I'd like to do better, but you don't find them in vocational or technical schools, upgrading their skills and their knowledge, how they spend their time, that will tell you what's going on. People who say they want to normalize their weight, they want to be healthy, but every time you see them, they're eating, that will tell you that they're committed to being obese for the rest of their lives. People tell you they want to stop smoking and they're lighting up at that time. Folks that say, I want to stop drinking, and every time you're in their face, they're reeking with alcohol, that will tell you what's going on. Don't have to listen to what they say. Just watch what they do. Commitment shows up in your life in what you do. On the other hand, you can make the commitment to your life that you don't like the result and that you're going to do something about it. See, that's available to all of us. People who look at life and decide, I want something different for myself. Carol Hatfield. Carol lives in Detroit, single mother, decided that she wanted to go into her own business, did not have enough money to do it. She wanted to have a health food store. She sold her car and used the money to start in a little storefront, a little hole in the wall. She rode to work on a bicycle. And then when she got enough money, she bought a motor scooter and did that for a long time. She's now a very successful person. She now has 3 health food stores. She said it was hard. It's a struggle, Les. She said, but I did it. She said, I made the commitment to do it, and I did it. Why is it that people are frightened by commitment? Because when you say the word commitment, that intimidates a lot of people. Why? Because it means you have to deliver. See, most people, you ask them, hey, look here, I'd like for you to do this. They'll say, I'll try. I'll try means that is my escape clause. When I don't come through, it's really a polite no. I don't have the courage to tell you no, so I'll tell you I'll try. Hey, look here, I need you to come to this meeting. I'll try. I said, what do you mean? You're going to lean toward the meeting? Try and sit down. You either do or you don't. Try and take this pencil out of my hand. You either do or you don't. There's no such thing as try. So most people like to use that language. They don't want to commit themselves because commitment means, among many things, no excuse is acceptable. That's what it means. No excuse. That if you decided that you're going to do this, if it becomes hard, then do it hard. If it's difficult, so what? If it's inconvenient, so what? See, a lot of people made a commitment to come here tonight, but they looked outside and said, it's raining. The temperature dropped. It's cold outside. And they decide to give up on their commitment. And that's how people do about their dreams. They don't honor their commitment to themselves. Let me tell you what happens when you don't keep your commitment. Number one, it begins to deplete your self-esteem and it erodes your self-image. It weakens your faith in yourself. You don't feel good when you don't keep your commitments. The other thing is that you begin to develop weak relationships with people. People begin to realize they can't depend upon you. They can't rely on you because you won't keep your word. You've established that kind of reputation. Just think, what would your life be like if you decided to keep your commitments? What will all of our lives be like if we decided to keep our commitments? That we decided to do the things that we said that we were going to do? That we wouldn't even speak it unless we were going to do it. If we decided just for a week, just see what your life can be like. Just let's do it for a commitment to make it a 7-day commitment that I won't say I will do anything unless I'm going to do it. And find out what your life will be like. Let me tell you what, if you follow it through, if you keep your commitment to the commitment, at the end of the 7 days, you'll feel strong and powerful. Suggesting, number one, commit yourself to live in the present. I saw the movie, The Dead Poets Society, Robin Williams, and they had a line in there, seize the moment. Many of us are not able to move forward and develop and manifest our greatness because we spend so much time looking back or worrying about the future. Seize the moment. See, you cannot go into the future and manifest your greatness when you have various things in your life that's blocking you. Let's look at how we can begin to keep our commitments. Remembering what Dr. Robert Anthony said about results. When you keep your commitments, you're able to produce some different kinds of results in your life. So how can we keep our commitments? And do we keep all commitments? No, we don't. You will not be at 100%. However, you will have a greater percentage rate of maintaining your commitments to yourself, whatever those things might be. If it's going into business, if it's changing a habit that you know that works against you, if it's overcoming self-destructive behavior, if it's retraining your thinking, if it's reinventing yourself, if it's trying to begin to design your relationship differently, all of us have the possibility by focusing and really harnessing our attention and concentrating on it, we really have available to us the power to honor our commitments in those particular areas. So number one, make it priority. See, no one would go get on an airplane if you thought your chances of getting there to your destination were as good as your luggage. Am I correct? See, and I say the reason that you will reach your destination more times than your luggage will is because the airline, and I'm glad that they do, has made it a priority to move the human beings from one point to the other safely. Not send you off to Boston or someplace with your luggage. So I'm not really upset when my luggage doesn't show up. I'm glad they delivered me because they've made me a priority. See, they have made delivering you to your destination important. So if you want to honor your commitment, whatever you decide that you're going to do, make sure you make it important. Make sure it is priority. Keep it before you. The other thing is, whatever that you want to do, whatever you want to begin to create and beginning to manifest your greatness and strengthening your level of commitment, and it's really exercising your will, find something that you want to do on your goal, one action step, but make sure it stretches you, that it challenges you but it's durable, that you can do it. This year, I decided that I was going to exercise. So I started out doing just 10 setups and 10 push-ups. I know I can do that and not get upset about it. I can do that without thinking. So I started out small. Now I'm up to 50. But if I try to do 50 starting out, I wouldn't still be doing it. So I started doing it in manageable segments. Do that. And that strengthens your will. So my commitment now is strengthened and fortified by the activity of actually doing it. So now I can expand and build from there. When I decided to begin to manage my money differently, and I started saving 5% of my money, then I increased it to 10%, then to 15%. So now I have disciplined myself to live off 75% of my income. I took discipline to do that, but I started watching how I was spending my money. I started keeping a log and following myself. So you want to begin to find something that is manageable, that you know that you can do. The next thing, in beginning to keep your commitments to yourself, have some friends that will hold you accountable, that won't let you off the hook, that won't tolerate anything less than the best from you. People that will support you in this new way of being, in this new state of consciousness. The other thing is that important is have a contingency plan. See, many times when you make a commitment to do something, there are some other variables that will happen that you can't control or you perhaps did not think about. So you want to have some other plans going on. You want to become creative. See, most people don't keep their commitments because when something goes wrong, they just stop. They don't have a contingency plan. So they don't know what to do next. Start being creative. If you challenge yourself, many times we say, I don't know what to do. And I always ask myself, but if you did know what to do, Les, what will it be? That activates another part of my mind. I start thinking about the possibilities and just experimenting. But many of us just stop dead in our tracks. I don't know what to do. You do know what to do. You've got genius in you. Challenge yourself, push yourself, make yourself come up with something. And what you will find is that you know more than you realize that you know, that you're more creative and more resourceful than you realize that you are. As you do that, the more you do it, the easier it will become. At first, it's going to be a struggle. And after you get into a certain level of consciousness, you will ask yourself, how is it that I didn't see this before? At the level that I'm managing my business now, they say consciousness is what we are. I literally look at myself and say, how is it that I didn't do this before? Why is it that I couldn't see this before? And the reason that I didn't see it before, because I didn't challenge myself. I didn't put myself out here. See, the reason that most of us go through life never discovering our true greatness, literally walking, breathing corpses, the uncommitted life isn't worth living. Why? Because it doesn't produce anything. See, you only make things happen. Your life only counts. You only make a difference when you are committed. When you make a commitment with your life. That's the people that make a commitment with their lives. The people that make a commitment to their customers. The people that make a commitment to their families, to their relationships are the people that make the greatest impact in life. What is commitment? Commitment is the salesman who says, look here, I'm going to make $1,000 today and I'm not going home. You can turn the lights out. The janitors could be here running the vacuum cleaner. I'm not leaving here till I do it. I used to be a door-to-door salesman. I had X number of TVs. I had a minimum amount that I knew I had to sell every day in order to provide for my mother, who was ill at the time, who had lost her job at the M&M cafeteria because of arthritis. And I said, I'm going to go door to door, and sometimes I would not come home until 1 o'clock at night, knocking on people's door, people closing. What do you want? Would you like to buy a nice working month's television set, no money down? No. What about an Emerson TV? No. Thank you very much. Do you know anybody else that would be interested? No. Thank you very kindly. Knock on another. Hello. Would you like to buy a nice working television set, no money down? No, get away from our door. Thank you very kindly. Do you know anybody else would be? Yeah, my cousin, he lives 2 doors down. Thank you very kindly. I tell him you sent me. When I heard your cousin told me that you wanted to buy a television set, told me to come here and talk to you, we got a special discount for you. Yes, come in, I'm interested. I would just keep right on. I would not go home until I did it. It's an interesting thing, ladies and gentlemen, that when we put ourselves in a situation where we say we're going to do it, it puts you in another zone where the universe responds to you. When you have that kind of consciousness, see, the universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied, because that is your commitment. That business that you want, that book you want to write, that dream that you have of controlling your destiny, that is yours. That power to create that and to manifest that, that is yours. That's available. But you've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, be lonely, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, become bankrupt if necessary, again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. Nothing can resist a person that has that kind of commitment. The people that have made a difference on the planet. When John F. Kennedy said, we will go to the moon in the next decade, he spoke it. That was a commitment, and people shared that vision. People bought into that. We've had all kinds of examples in history where people have made declarations, who have committed their lives to bring about a difference. There are people who are taking a stand today against hunger. I guarantee you it will be a part of our past at some point in time. Someone took a stand against polio. It no longer plagues us as it once did, because someone said, it is my commitment to eradicate it from the face of the earth. Someone made the commitment. The reason that we're here and enjoying the democracy that we have, someone made a commitment that whatever is required, if it means that I die, I remember Paul Robeson, here I stand, for I can do no other. And that's how you must be. Commitment means standing up for your life. It means honoring yourself. It means beginning to say and to see and recognize your alignment and oneness with the universe, and that you are a channel for life to express through. And we short-circuit it with anger. We short-circuit it with fear. We short-circuit it with envy. We short-circuit it by being lazy or apathetic or giving up easily. Why? We say, oh, it's too hard. It's too hard. We don't challenge our spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing as powerful as the human spirit. You can't destroy it. You can pervert it, but you can't destroy it. I was reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. What a powerful book. I'm reading it now for the 7th time. And he gives so many graphic examples of the power of the human spirit. And so what are some of the things that can fortify us and give us the kind of inner strength that will allow us to forward ourselves into the future by manifesting our commitments? Number one, commitment means in some cases going back to school, getting some training, sitting up in classes with people younger than you, putting yourself in a position where you don't know and that is awkward and uncomfortable, but because of your commitment to develop yourself, or to go back to school to get a high school diploma or to get a college degree, that it doesn't matter, feeling dumb and saying, what am I doing here, setting up in some boring class? Commitment could mean a lot of things. It could mean that you begin to go back. You got to back up sometimes. It means to back up and not give up, to regroup, back up and regroup and come back again. Because life has waylaid you, because you got knocked down. I know when I was working on my dream, there were times I lost my house at one point. I lost my car. I was broke. My credit was bad. I was sleeping at different friends' houses on their couch or on the floor. There were times, months, that I slept on the floor of my office and got up early and dressed before my staff got there to give them the impression that I got there early before they did. And we all pretend not to know what we knew, that the boss was staying in the office. So we never talked about it. But I refuse to give up on my dream. And they say, you know, in the prosperous years, you put it in your pocket. In the lean years, you put it in your heart. It makes me appreciate it even more. Even more. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. The disappointment, the pain that I've gone through by keeping the commitment. Keeping the commitments that you have might mean taking a stand that's unpopular. something was said one time. When you take a position, it says cowardice asks the question, is it safe? Politics asks the question, is it popular? But conscience or commitment asks the question, is it right? And see, most people rather operate from the first two. Is it safe for me to take this position? I remember when I was a state legislator, I saw guys and women who believed in legislation very strongly, but because the Speaker of the House said, we won't go with that, they backed down. And they felt bad about it. They wouldn't take the position because they didn't want the Speaker of the House to be angry at them. They wanted to be all right with all of the rest of our colleagues. See, it takes a great deal of strong commitment on your part to step out a line. Henry David Thoreau says, if a man doesn't keep pace with his companions, perhaps he's listening to the beat of a different drummer. Let him dance to the music that he hears, however measured or far apart. When you are committed, you're dancing to the beat of a different drummer. Don't expect people to understand you. Don't expect it to make sense to anybody why you've got to do this, why you have got to go, why you leave. This is a good job. I'm going. They pay you well. I'm going. You just a few years from retirement. I'm going. Why? I don't understand. You don't have to. I'm going for me because I've made a different kind of commitment with my life. This is something I have got to do. Commitment. It means taking a stand. Taking a stand for you. It means delivering. It means coming through. What if you don't keep your commitment, Les? What if you give it everything you have and you come up short? Or if you don't give it everything you have, what if you get weak along the way and you throw in a towel on yourself? You surrender to your emotions. What then? A lot of people become frustrated and they say, oh, what the heck? And they go back to doing what they were doing before, saying it doesn't work. Here's what I suggest. Number one, that does happen. So take total responsibility for it. Just own it. Don't make any excuses on why you gave in or why you didn't come through. Just own it and face the flak, whatever it is. Stand up inside yourself. Next thing is assess the situation. How did you get here? What happened? Broke down, that you had a breakdown and you surrendered. What happened? What was going on? See, when I used to go on a diet, and I no longer do that, I've made a commitment to a healthy lifestyle. I used to eat up until 12 midnight on Sunday. Anything that wasn't moving. And on Monday, I would get up and fruit, light fruit breakfast. And for lunchtime, I would fix some broiled chicken and meticulously peel the skin off and eat the chicken and then eat the skin. Do 5 setups, look in the mirror and become discouraged because my stomach doesn't look like a washboard or one of the Avon Haley dances. And I say, what the use? And then I go to the refrigerator and eat food cold standing right there in the refrigerator. So when I evaluated where I broke down, I realized I can't have junk food in the house. So I had to remove that. And then I realized there are certain streets I couldn't drive down. So I changed my route. I stopped taking people to lunch or to dinner because I couldn't sit there and watch them eat. When I had to go someplace and speak and they were eating, I said, call me downstairs when it's time for me to speak, because if I sit at the table looking at them, the food's going to call my name. And I know this. So I had to begin to make sure that I wasn't putting myself in a position where I would give up on my commitment. Am I making sense to you? Yes. So I began to strategize around avoiding situations where I knew that I was going to become weak. Another thing I do when I don't keep my commitment, I either deny myself something or I do a trade-off. If a glazed donut takes advantage of me, then I require myself to do an extra 25 setups, or I walk for an extra 15 or 20 minutes because I got a hammerlock on my head and say, come on over here. So you might have to deny yourself something or do a trade-off. Do something that will offset it. The other thing is, start again. So what? You fell flat on your face. So what? Start again. Learn from the experience and start again. Don't count yourself out. Don't sentence yourself to a lifetime of being miserable, a lifetime of being broke, a lifetime of being unhealthy, a lifetime of being in a relationship that is no longer fulfilling to you, a lifetime of working on a job that does not bring you satisfaction, that's not giving you the creative urge that you need and that got to have in your life that stimulates you. Don't sentence yourself like that. You are a human being. Don't volunteer your life that way. Your life has too much value to the universe. You've got something to contribute. You've got something to give. And so what if you make a commitment and you're not able to do it like a pro? That you're not good as everybody else. Live in the moment. I like what this says. Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. In its brief course lie all the realities and verities of existence, the bliss of growth, the splendor of action, the glory of power. For yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today well lived makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day. See, if we just start enjoying where we are, if we make that kind of commitment to enjoy where we are, to experience the experience of life where we are, to do all we can right now where we are. Forget about the mistakes yesterday. Forget about all your failures yesterday. Forget about what you don't have. That's not important. Only right now. And I say that life from that, the optimists, which I think one of the most positive groups in the world, they have something called the Optimist Creed. And I like, it says, promise yourself. I changed it to commit yourself because I think that commitment has more power than promise. It says, commit yourself to be so strong that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person you meet, to make all your friends feel that there is something in them, to look at the sunny side of everything and make your optimism come true. Only of the best, to work only for the best and expect only the best, to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as you are about your own, to forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future, to wear cheerful countenance at all times and give every living creature you meet a smile, to give so much time to the improvement of yourself that you have no time to criticize others, to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. Commit yourself to these things. Isn't that powerful? What a commitment to make with your life. Commit yourself to stretch, to get outside of your comfort zone and not be concerned about what people think about you, because they're thinking it anyhow. Don't worry about what they will say. They're already saying it. So what do you care? Decide that your life has so much meaning to the planet. Decide that you have something to give. That's why you're here. So you didn't just show up. You brought something here. You're on a journey. You have a destination, mission to achieve, to do, to implement, to perform, to experience. Decide to commit yourself to be an adventurer in life. Look out on life around you. Look within yourself and say, where is it in my life that I need to make a commitment right now? Where is it? That it might be for your health. It might be to be a happier person. It might be to make a difference in your community. It might be that. Where is it? I say that commitment shows up, and the man or woman who has some idea, some dream that they've been nurturing within themselves, and no one believed it. No one saw it for them. That they weren't masters at it. They weren't experts. one would build a statue and ever call their name and recognize them. They never made it to the front page of the newspaper, but they had something that was theirs, something that was their baby, something that they loved and they believed in. And they just did what they could with what God gave them with their dream. Commitment shows up. And people that are willing to give themselves a chance, who look at their lives, look within themselves and say, I know that this just cannot be it for my life. I know that there's something I'm supposed to do. I don't know right now. Or maybe you do know. Maybe you do know, and you've talked yourself up. And I understand that. Because I'm late. No. Everything happens as it should. I got the courage to step out, to become committed. I was seriously not serious before. And I decided, it took me some time to build up the courage to become committed because it frightened me. So I understand wrestling with it. I wish I could tell you I've been doing this for 20 years. I haven't. I'm glad that I decided to become committed before I left here. And wherever you are, decide that you're going to commit your life now and let it show up in your contribution. Let it show up in what you have to share. And whatever commitment that you make, honor your commitment as yourself. Honor your word as yourself. Whatever you put out there, what you've got. I want to thank you very much for your consciousness. This is Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy, Leslie Calvin Brown, saying it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. Thank you all. Here.
Hey there. Shoot, sorry about that. Dropped the phone. Okay. I bet you weren't expecting to see me here. Well, it's your lucky day because would having an extra $500 in your pocket by this time next week be a good thing? Of course it would. Now, in a few short days, a friend of mine is kicking off what he calls his 5 days to $500 challenge. What's it all about? It's actually very simple. My friend is going to show you, he's going to teach you how to use a little known stock market strategy that puts real cash in your account instantly. And best of all, it takes just 5 days to go from.
Why is it that most people don't pursue their dreams or don't do better than what they're doing if they're capable of doing it? I think that many of us don't go the next step because we don't know what to do yet. And I say that the reason that we don't even explore the possibility of what to do is because subconsciously we don't believe that it can happen for us and we don't believe that we deserve it. So here's what I'm suggesting. How much time do you spend working on you? How much time do you spend every day working on your dream? In the last 90 days, how many books have you read? In the last year, what new skill or knowledge have you acquired? What kind of investment have you made in you? So I'm saying that as you begin to look at where you want to go, if you want to make it today, and things are changing so fast, you have to literally run to stand still. I'm saying that you've got to make some conscious effort to begin to work to develop you. Here's something else. Most people are not living their dreams because of fear, ladies and gentlemen. I was in Columbus, Ohio yesterday speaking for a particular Ohio department. Young lady named Karen who greeted me, who organized the event, very talented, very skillful. And she was talking about she wanted to become involved in the consulting business. I said, why aren't you doing it? I said, you have the abilities. I said, you're not here because they like you. You're here because you're doing the job. You're making things happen. And she came up with all kinds of ideas, but finally she said, I guess I can't see myself doing it. I guess I'm afraid. Fear, limited vision, and lack of self-esteem is what keep most people doing things they don't want to do. flew from Columbus, Ohio to Denver, Colorado to a major communications company. And the person that picked me up at the airport told me about the fact that the company is planning on having a major downsizing. And they offered some of the employees there an early retirement, and some of them will earn as much as $300,000. And they said, this is the last time that you can take this offer. If you don't do it, when we have the downsizing, you might be among those who will lose their jobs, and all you will get is your severance pay. And only 50% of the people who were eligible to take the $300,000 took it. The others were afraid to take a chance on themselves. The others couldn't see themselves beyond that company. They couldn't see life after that company. The same reason that people stay in relationships where they're abused or they're unhappy or it's unfulfilling. They can't see themselves beyond that relationship. They can't see themselves enjoying life without that person. They think that this is all that they can do. The same reason that people get.
I want to talk to you about a new form of financing called equity crowdfunding that allows everyday people to invest in startups. I've been looking at this space for 2 years now, and StartEngine has emerged as a leader. It's done over 300 deals for small businesses and raised them over $135 million. It's also got a critical mass of over 235,000 investors already active on the platform. The reason I'm talking about StartEngine is because I'm their strategic advisor, a paid spokesperson, and a shareholder. Why? Because it's important that every small business in America knows how StartEngine can help them raise capital. You can raise from your existing customers and advocates. You set the terms of your raise from valuation to share price and maintain control of your business. And in the process, you can build an army of thousands of brand ambassadors to help you grow. That's what StartEngine does. Have a look at startengine.com. This is a fantastic opportunity for small businesses in a very trying time.
A lot of people don't know this, but the best way to make money with Amazon in 2021 is not by selling physical products on Amazon like everyone thinks. I know that might come as a shocker and that might sound crazy. How do you even make money with Amazon without selling physical products? But last year, me and my twin brother Rasmus, who's sitting right there, we discovered a brand new way to make full-time income with Amazon quickly, and it has nothing to do with physical products. And what's so great about this brand new way to make money with Amazon is that it does not require a lot of money to get started. You can even get started with no money at all. It does not require any prior skills, business experience, or anything of that nature. It doesn't even require very much of your time, because what we do is we follow a done-for-you system to build this new kind of Amazon business. And the reason why this works so well is because it's leveraging not Amazon.com, but a brand new, no product Amazon platform that practically nobody knows about. Now, to show you that literally anybody can be successful with this, here we have Liman from Bangladesh, one of the poorest countries in the world. And in just a few short months, he made over $50,000 with this new Amazon no product platform. Now, what I've done is I put together a super short but very detailed free training session that you can attend by clicking on this link, where I'm going to dive deep into this done for you system that we followed, that Liman has followed, that many other people have followed to get life-changing results with this new Amazon business model. And when you click on this ad and attend right now, you will also be getting 3 bonuses worth over $227 that we've never given out for free before, but you can get them just by clicking on this link, attending the free training, and you'll get these 3 bonuses emailed to you shortly. And if you think this is some scam or something weird like that, we've had literally dozens of articles written about us by Entrepreneur, by Forbes, covering us because of this new Amazon business model that we're showing people. Now, the most important thing that I could tell you to do right now is just to click on this ad, because the reason why this works so well right now is because very few people know about it. And if you keep ignoring ads like this while everyone else clicks on them and attends the free training and learns what I'm about to show you, they'll be making all the money that you missed out on simply because you didn't click on this and discovered this new Amazon platform that you could use to make full-time income quickly with. So if you're skeptical, just swallow it for a second, click on this ad, and
stuck at a certain level in life. They can't see things being better for them. And they think that this is it and this is all they deserve. This is all they've ever seen. It's been passed on to them. And they think that this is it for them. Oh, no. I was looking what Dr. Blanton, Smiley Blanton, who is a colleague of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what he said about fear. He said, fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. And it seemed like you're in a hypnotic spell. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself, of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? It's one of the things I had to ask myself. So I didn't want to make any mistakes. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be perfect the first time I did something. It's not going to happen. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to hurt some folks' feelings. You're going to create some enemies whenever you decide that you want to begin to take life on. You've got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to hold me back? I like what Zig Ziglar says. He said, fear is false evidence appearing real. That is an illusion that we create in our mind. It is a state of mind that can be changed. So let's look at how we can begin to take some steps to restructure that fear, to begin to expand our visions of ourselves, to begin to increase our self-esteem. Webster said that self-esteem means confidence and satisfaction in oneself. Look at your life right now. Whatever you've done up to this point in time, your life is working. Whatever you have produced, it came out of you as a result of the kind of person that you have become. It's a result of your choices. It's a result of your consciousness. Now you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with what you have produced? Is this what you want? Would you like for things to be better than this? Do you believe that you deserve better than this? Or are you content? This is it. You don't have to do anything else. That you already resign yourself in life and say, well, I'm happy. Are you allowing yourself to get off the hook like that? Or do you believe somewhere in the back of your mind or in your heart that there's some other great work for you to do? There's something else that life has for you. And that's why you're here. How do we handle this fear factor? How do we increase our self-esteem? You have to begin to fortify yourself. How do we do that? I believe that you have to begin to consciously monitor your inner conversation and start talking to yourself. Start building yourself up. Sometimes the only good things you will hear about you are the things that you say to you. So I'm saying learn to be your own booster. Start building yourself up. Start encouraging yourself. Start saying, I can do this. I can make this happen. When I started thinking about becoming a speaker, I said, yes, I can do this. I can make this happen. When I start trying to convince myself I can be a businessman after flopping and failing and losing thousands of dollars and feeling stupid and dumb and having people take advantage of me because of what I didn't know. I had to talk to myself because people were saying to me that I was dumb. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I was saying, you're right. Look at what I've done. I had to say, no, Les. Hey, come on, man. Get yourself together. You can handle this. You just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right. This is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this. Other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you. And when I start changing that kind of mindset of beating myself up because of my mistakes, looking at the possibility of my doing better, of my making the adjustment that would enable me to do what I want to do successfully, things begin to change. And I'm saying, stop beating up on yourself. You do it. I know you do it. I've done it. It's a natural inclination for us to put ourselves down. See, we are born negative, I think, in a negative consciousness because we live in a negative world. So you don't have to teach children to lie. They'll lie automatically. Did you wet in your pants? No, I did not. Well, what is that? I don't know. You don't have to encourage kids to misbehave. They will do it by themselves. You don't have to encourage them to do the wrong thing. They will do it automatically. You have to correct their behavior. So I'm saying that we have to work through the challenges of life in learning how to begin to work to fortify ourselves. Begin to guard your mind against negative programming, like turn off the television. Don't watch the news. I think that more people have a sense of hopelessness and anxiety about life. If you look at the news, you cannot feel good looking at the news. You'll be scared to death. You're scared to go to sleep. I mean, it turns your power down. You've got to be conscious of that. Don't pick up the newspaper and read it. No. Just try this. Just experiment with yourself. Now, if your job depends upon you knowing certain things, let somebody tell you just about those things. But start filtering the stuff you allow to come in your mind. You know that song you used to say, don't let nobody bring you no bad news. I tell my staff, look here, don't tell me any bad news while I'm on the road. Let me handle it tomorrow. I don't like anybody to tell me any bad news at night before I go to sleep. I can't do anything about it anyhow. Why let me go to sleep with that on my consciousness? No. And my staff, they know that. Say, let it wait till tomorrow. And I have.
Everything in life is a negotiation. When you cross the street is a negotiation. Getting your coffee at Starbucks is a negotiation. You're probably in 3 to 7 negotiations every single day. Your life could be in a completely different place just by improving how you negotiate.
Negotiators are working around the clock.
The deadline for execution has passed.
With us now to help break down the investigation, FBI Special Agent Hostage Negotiator Christopher Voss.
I have a period of time. Tell me bad news between 10 o'clock and 12 noon. After I prayed and meditated and read my books, I'm fortified. I'm ready to handle it. I deal with it, and then I'm out of there, and I'm going on to something else. So you've got to guard the kinds of things that you put in your mind. See, if you don't program your mind will be programmed because human beings are goal-oriented. That's why we die of broken hearts early. That's why we're running through life to early graves. We're going through life, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that Henry David Thoreau said that most men live in quiet desperation. Most of us go through life running scared. Larry DeAngelo, who I think is going to be one of the greatest motivation speakers around today, told me a story, a true story of a friend of his that every day when he came home from school, when he would get to a certain block in his neighborhood, there was a neighborhood dog that would chase him. And that dog would start after him barking. Boy, he would run, just running from that dog every day. Finally, he just got tired of that dog chasing him every day. He said, this dog come around here today, I'm going to take a brick of stuff and bust him in the head. So he was walking home that day, minding his own business. Sure enough, same area, there was that dog there. And the dog started barking. He started running. He saw a brick, and he stopped and picked up the brick and turned around. And the dog got close to him. He realized the dog didn't have any teeth. He said he put the brick down and said, get on out my way. And ladies and gentlemen, all our lives, many of us go through life running from things that ain't got no teeth to do us any harm. Haven't you been afraid to do something, and then after you did it, you say, whoa, if I'd known it was this easy, I would have done it before. Haven't you ever had that experience? Raise your hand. Absolutely. So we created this in our minds, false evidence appearing real. We made it real in our minds. That's why Churchill said there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's the destructive monster. So turn off things that can contribute to your fear. Turn a deaf ear to people that all they can do is talk about how negative things are because they have bought into the consciousness of the world. Start attending workshops, seminars, listening to tapes on a daily basis to begin to recondition your mind, to retrain your thinking. Faith comes by what? Hearing and hearing and hearing. Listen to things that can empower you, that can enable you to create a new reality for yourself, in a new life for yourself. You might appear to be strange around most people. You know, most people think you're strange if you're happy today. People say, how you doing? I said, better than good. Whoa, what's wrong with him? Just go around smiling and watch people. Look at this. Is this a weird guy over here? Because most people don't smile. Watch them. Look at their faces in the morning. Here we go, another Monday morning. How you doing? Haven't had my coffee yet. Don't ask me. See, these people have not found their purpose in life. That's why they're grumpy. That's why they're miserable. That's why they're so negative. They're hurting and they want to hurt other people. So start practicing using programs for your mind. Seminars, books, workshops. Keep a journal. Record your thoughts. What's happening with you? Every day when you get up, have a journal near you. I use a Jack Boland journal so that I can write down my ideas. I keep it by my bed so I can write down my thoughts. See, ladies and gentlemen, we get 3 to 4 thoughts a year that if we would act on those thoughts, they could change our life. Don't say, well, I'll remember that. No, write that thought down. I got a thought today I wrote down. A friend of mine is in the hospital. His morale is low. They're talking about amputating his foot. He's got to feel very bad. So I said, you know, I'm not only am I going to see him, but I can't be there with him all the time. I said, I'm going to create a tape for him that he can listen to that will heighten his level of morale. We told him the other night, don't go to surgery. You are depressed. Your energy level is down. No, tell him not now. Don't do it now. In fact, most doctors who have any sense of awareness don't perform surgery on patients that are in a state of fear, that don't think they will make it. They wait till they're in a different state of mind. So I said, what about making tapes for people that are facing physical challenges? I said, that's a good idea. All right. See, there are ideas that can come to you out of things that appear to be negative. I have a friend out of Chicago, just met him. He was 23 years old. And this guy, he went financially bankrupt 2 years ago, ruined his credit. Guess what he decided to do? He found a blessing in it. He wanted to restore his credit. It was very challenging, very difficult. And he realized that a lot of other people during these particular times have ruined their credit. So now he started a credit repair business. Last year, he earned over $100,000 helping people to restore their credit. I met a young lady who attends this church, that she was at her father's funeral and she was putting flowers on her father's grave, and she looked around and saw the other grave sites. They did not look well groomed and attended to on a regular basis. She started a grave site maintenance business. Out of that tragedy, something positive has come out of it. And now she's earning more money doing that than on her present job. What idea are you sitting on? Write your ideas down. And then, what idea are you sitting on? Write your ideas down. And then, once you get that idea, take the leap. Hello? Take the leap. See, a lot of people get the ideas and just walk around with them. Have you ever had an idea and all of a sudden you looked around and somebody had that idea and gone with it? Think you're going to be going with my hospital idea. Forget that, buddy. We will be out there together, Jack. Take the leap. See, it's out here in the universe. If you don't take the plunge, I guarantee you somebody else will. Take the plunge. Go into action. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be surprised at how things will come together. You'll be surprised. Now, you're going to have some difficult challenges. I can tell you that now. Be aware of that. Things are not going to work out exactly right. For a time, they will, sometimes. And that's when life is just playing a game with you. Want you to feel good and relax. And then after a while, say, okay, the honeymoon's over now. And then life will come over there and slap you side the head. Say, what you doing out here? Well, this is my dream life. Is that right? Come over here a minute. Oh, you went to the seminar, huh? Come here. I can tell you that. But ladies and gentlemen, go into action with your dream. And don't avoid where the fights are. Get in the midst of the fight and get some hickeys on your head. Get knocked down so you can learn how to fight, so you can hold your position. See, most people don't get out in the arena of life because they don't want to fight. Most people don't get out there because they don't want to get knocked down. They don't want to be dropped to their knees. But see, you're going to be dropped whether you're on the field or whether or not you're sitting on the sidelines. You're going to be dropped. So at least get dropped for something. Don't get knocked down while you're sitting down. See, that's how most people are spectators in life. You don't want to be a spectator. You want to get out in the field where the action is, and you will be amazed. After the struggle, there will be a calm period, and things will begin to click for you. Come out here with what you got. You don't have enough money? Don't worry about it. You got the dream. You got the idea. Resources, don't worry about it. You need some help? Don't worry about it. You get out here in the arena, someone will look at you and become inspired and say, hey, can I help you? But if you're sitting up on the bleachers, nobody's going to ask you anything. You've got to get into the flow of action. Frances Hart called me from Chicago. She had been sitting on an idea of a show that she wanted to produce for 10 years called Mind-Body Connection. So someone saw me speaking in Chicago at a sorority convention and said, I saw a guy that perhaps can host this show for you who has energy and charisma. She called me. She was so fired up. I said, listen, on the day that you want to do that, I'm speaking in Chicago. I can do it for you. And I said, by the way, I met somebody 2 weeks ago in Baltimore who has an idea of the same type of show, and she's doing it on radio. Why don't you call her? And then she called me back. Who else would you suggest? I said, well, I know Deepak Chopra. He wrote the book called Quantum Healing, and Bernie Siegel. Could you get his number? I tell you what, I have a friend named Jack Boland at the Church of the Day. He knows how to get in touch with him. Call him, and he will give you the number so you can get in touch with Bernie Siegel. That lady started calling all around, did not have the resources, but she had this idea and dream. And she said the other night when she came before the audience that had gathered in the studio, she said, I feel like I've been pregnant for 10 years. And tonight you're going to witness a beautiful delivery. And it was. She said, I couldn't believe, Les, how things began to happen, how it all began to come together. When you want something out of life, you've got to be willing to go into action. Don't wait around for things to be just right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the ideal situation. It will never be ideal. There will always be a reason. Well, as soon as the children grow up, as soon as I pay my bills, as soon as I get my divorce, as soon as I get enough money together, do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. A lot of people never take a chance in life. They don't want to take any chances. They want the situation to be ideal. See, that's not walking by faith. That's walking by sight.
I was born in a poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City. I was born in an abandoned building on a floor with a twin brother. And when we were 6 weeks of age, we were adopted. And when I was in the 5th grade, I was identified as EMR, labeled educable, mentally retarded, put back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade. And I failed again when I was in the 8th grade. I don't have any college education, but because of my mother, and I feel like Abraham Lincoln, who said, all that I am and all that I ever hope to be, I owe to my mother. I saw a sign once that said that God took me from my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adopted mother. So my first major goal was to buy my mother a home, to take care of my mother. And I did that, took care of her until she passed at 88. But I'll never forget when I met Mr. Washington. I was in a class waiting on another student, and he came in and he said, young man, go to the board and work this problem out for us. I said, oh, sir, I can't do that. He said, why? I said, I'm not one of your students. He said, look at me. I said, yes, sir. Go to the board and work the problem out anyhow. I said, sir, I can't do what.
All right. Had to get some work done, y'all. Had to get some work done. You're listening to a Les Brown, motivational speaker, Les Brown. All right. We're getting it together, y'all. Today is Love Yourself Thursday. Be intentional on loving yourself today. It's 8:07. It is is the 22nd of April. Be purposeful today on loving yourself. Oh, y'all know what I usually do. I used to hang out with my grandson. Usually he'll call me by now. You know, he's getting older. So we're just gonna play some music for y'all today. I'm just got a little work to do. So make sure you guys love yourself today. Be purposeful on loving yourself. All right. Boss with me, y'all.
Young RG.
Yeah. Where we at? Omaha, Las Vegas. Smash. Yeah. Swiper knows twice. Swipe. Back up on the set and still them broke ones ain't no piping. I'm in traffic like a license. Pitching with your vices. 10 times out of 10, I'ma get you righteous. Feel front filthy, push your pivot to the positive. Copy where the Dodgers live. Stashed it where my Nana live. All I want is Gouda. You can be the loser. If it's nookie over dollars, I would never choose her. I prefer to get it dumping. Ain't no set position. Another day, another note. That's another mission. I pull it off like Michelle. Fourth and inch, they put some chippers on the books for my players bid in and hope the game never ever take me under where I'm running. One full season politicking summer by summer. My dice roll up down, maneuver I'm back up now. Rainstorms, doggy, I be coming with that thunder cause I'm about that. I'm just a shooter, this is how the dice roll. I'm maneuver for the ruler, taking off a flight mode. Feeling like them old boys trying to strike gold. Everybody hustling cause we all like dough. Smash a pump. He be crying up a river, smash a broke. She be acting like a snitch. They really hate my team. I be chillin', it's the cream that got me doing my thing. Claudia's the miss, yeah. Got a bunch of fans, better bottle that. I'm yelling like the strippers, where them dollars at? Your girlfriend a stallion got a lot of back. If she ever wanna take me shopping, I'ma honor that. Real Skrillin', speed, no Ritalin. Gas tank full, sign a title with Dillerin. Either fly flop, it get hot, raw cinnamon. Got a tiptoe, inspectors in my biz again. Hustle till you ain't got a breath up, then you go 48 hours like that enough up in you. Brick of 50s in my pocket, they done swept up in here. The looter and the shooter get respect up in here, don't doubt that.
All right, man, that shooter swipes is the artist. We'll keep it rolling, y'all. Omaha Styling. I got it on shuffle, so I don't know what's coming up next.
That's smooth groove. It's so smooth. Baby, can you feel it in the air? It's in the song. I can feel it in my bones. When you get this feeling that I feel, you can't deny it's so real. Listen to the sound that's all around. It's everywhere. It's a sound beyond compare. When you hear that sweet and mellow groove, you can't sit still. You've got to move. Do-da, 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 do. Da-da-da-do. That's smooth groove. Do-da, 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 do. It's so smooth.
Me and you, yeah, you and I, the love. Hey, you my ride or die. Hey, there when I was down, girl, you picked me up. You were there when I was down, girl, you lift me up. You showed me real love, you show love to me. You show me real love, you the one I trust. My ex trip be tripping and flipping like the exorcist. My homeboy say you pay him no attention, he on the extra. I hope he got all my text messages. I expressed all my love in the messages. No, they can't mess with this. No, they can't F with this smooth.
Do da do da do da do da do da da da. That's smooth. Do da do da do da do da do da da da. It's so smooth. I just can't get enough of that sound. Take a look around, it's going down. Let's have a toast to us on the town. Order another drink. What the hell you thinking? Do da do da do da da do. That's smooth. That can put us in the mood. Do da do da do da do da do da da da. It's so smooth.
Oh yeah, we keep it rolling, y'all.
This is Fresh.
Omaha Styling, y'all. Today is Love Yourself Thursday. Be intentional on loving yourself. Boss with me.
Come on, Shawty, let's have some fun. We only live once. Relax and enjoy life while we both still young. You should be out here. He wants you boxed up. Wanna control you. Treat you like you locked up. Mama didn't raise you dumb. Mama didn't raise a bum. You better than that, you smarter than that. You can find real love, someone that's gonna have your back. Someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respect your word, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to. Not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. So can I get to know you? Can I get to know you? What will it take to know you? I'll do anything for you. So girl, what you wanna do? I ain't trying to make you choose. I just wanna see you win. I don't wanna see you lose. 'Cause you got potential and meet the credentials. He wanna play games and mess with your mental. Know that you tired of cheaters and liars. You need you a rider, a real provider, someone that respects you, never neglects you, be there to protect you, to hold and caress you. Someone who adores you, who don't ignore you, who reassures you, do anything for you. Someone who gon' put you first, someone who respects your word, someone who gon' put in work, be there when your feelings hurt. You need someone who supports you, someone who can show you everything you can grow to, not trying to control you, not trying to hold you back, trying to see you slack, who wanna see you win, who really got your back. So can I get to know you? Can I get? What will it take to know you?
Oh yeah, we keep it rolling, y'all. Omaha Styling. Yeah, that's how we gonna do it, y'all. We'll keep it rolling. It is Love Yourself Thursday. Be purposeful in loving yourself today. Without a doubt. You can't love no one else unless you love yourself. Check out my man Conceited. Oh yeah. Tasami.
Big bitty bad, big city. Who got the big old big that pretty on tsunami, that's a good kitty. Pretty face, long hair, that's a good fitty. Look at that, I thought he in the hoodie rag. Hit the model chicken down, she throw that goodie bag. Shorty like to ski like a mini man. Penny in the leg, toting plenty. It's in Miami, toting plenty. It's the Queens, toting plenty. It's some in the A, shaking plenty. Put the in the face and do a minute blast. Go tsunami on the bad. Go tsunami on the Shorty 5'3" and stupid dead. She be chillin' in Miami and she live. Bad. Go tsunami on the bad. Go tsunami on the Shorty 5'3" and stupid dead. She be chillin' in Miami and she live.
She let me know she wanna get it jumpin'. So I let her know I wanna hit the pumpkin. And then she let me know she wasn't frontin'. Well, get with it, honey, let me hump then. Plump like a plum lady, let me put my thumb in it. Gone, throw my bone in the box like I'm done with it. Dome, no I don't, tell her stop cause she done with it. Home, like I know she a thought, but the bun's wicked. And I ain't gotta call her my boo, cause as bad as I wanna, that means she wanna too. I come at her too, I get it crackin', running her through. She ready to go, that means you can run on her too. Hey,
bad, go tsunami on the bad, go tsunami on the Shorty 5'3" and stupid dead. She be chillin' in Miami and she live. Bad, go tsunami on the bad, go tsunami on the Shorty 5'3" and stupid dead. She be
Ride on this pole, come off of that mouth. Don't act like you don't know what to do with that rope. There's her ring is there to catch your nut. Yes, I'm my nip. Nah, throw that back when you see a trill. Guaranteed to make you clap when she twerking on. Run it for a plate. I call her booty all day, booty every day.
Yeah. Go tsunami on the bad, go tsunami on the Shorty 5'3" and stupid dead. She be chillin' in Miami and she live. Bad, go tsunami on the bad, go tsunami on the Shorty 5'3" and stupid dead. She be chillin' in Miami and she live.
Oh yeah, that's my man Conceited. He got a new album out. He's supposed to be coming through, rolling through. All right, Omaha today is Love Yourself Thursday. Be purposeful on loving yourself. You can't love anyone else unless you love yourself. So be intentional today. Wherever it is, get it done. Taking a ride, smoking a cigar, hanging with your family, your spouse, or whomever. Yourself today. Whatever it is, get it done. Be purposeful, y'all. Oh, yeah. You know, no one can love you more than you. Oh, yeah. You can expect other people to dish you, to mistreat you, to leave you alone. As Malcolm would say, I've been led astray. So you got to love yourself. You have to love yourself because it's hard to get love from other people. And if you're looking for happiness for someone else, happiness is an internal emotion. Of course, the external affects the internal, but I'm letting you know that the healing comes from internal. So you have to make yourself happy. No one can make you happy. Of course, people can bring pleasure to your life, but happiness comes from you. I encourage you to love yourself. That is the foundation of happiness. Oh yeah, be purposeful like you do negative things. Be purposeful on doing something good. As John Lewis would say, create some good trouble. There's nothing wrong with improving self, family, and community. But it starts with us first. We have to love. Has to be demonstrated. And for those that are older and you're manipulating young people, if you feel you're being manipulated, you probably are. So people want you to take risks that they wouldn't even take in their own lives. And so that's why I say you have to love yourself. People will lie, cheat, diss, mistreat you, even try to kill you, steal from you, you can expect that from other people. But you should never lie to yourself. You are the first line of your defense. And if you don't love yourself, you will be easily strayed, manipulated, hoodwinked, dissed, mistreated, etc., etc. Today is Love Yourself Thursday. Be purposeful on loving yourself today. Boss women.
I know that you say you want us to be two. Sometimes I think about it, I don't really need you, but I miss you. Want you to be mine again. I don't really need a friend. I just want you in my day. Like a stranger again. I know what you're going through, but I can see the stress in it. Baby, you can go my way. Like my just like part one, can you be mine? I give you all my time, cause I know that you will find. I just want you to be mine for the night, don't mind. Give me your time, I'll spoil you tonight. I just want you, I don't want your little friends. Even off there, but they flip with me again. Tryna keep it real, I just wanna be your friend. Tryna watch flicks, tryna get in you again. Baby, I just want you, baby, I just need you. Baby, say that down, I don't know what's going on with you. We can make plans to the day, just a two of us. When it's me and you, I don't know what to do. You control me, baby girl, you're my shawty. With my homies, even though I'm tryna get you out your clothes and even in your mind, but you control me, baby girl, you're my shawty. With my homies, even though I'm trying to get you out your clothes and even in mine, but just like part one, can you be mine? I give you all my time, cause I know that you will find. I just want you to be mine for the night, don't mind. Give me your time, I'll spoil you for the night. Yeah, you got me in the chance, feeling like a last man. Asking if I'm busy, cause you knew I had a chance. Nigga blowing up, now you say you need a man. Love felt right, I would love you in advance, love, baby.
Are you really mine? Baby, I want you to be my wife. I'm talking about all of the time. I see the snakes all in the vine. None of these, they're not slime. She one of a kind. I'm sipping lean like it is wine. She wish she could rewind time. Baby, can you take that flight? Yeah. Can you take that flight? Yeah. We can get rocket high. Yeah. Well, baby, you my type. Yeah. Baby, cause you so fly. Baby, can you be mine, please? I just want you for tonight, please. For tonight, just like part one, can you be mine? I give you all my time, cause I know that you will find. I just want you to be mine for the night, don't mind. Give me your time, I'll spoil you tonight. Yeah, you got me in the chance, feeling like a man's man. Asking if I love you, cause you knew I had a chance. Nigga blowing up. Right, I would love you in advance, love, baby.
And we keeping it rolling, y'all. Oh yeah, continue to boss with me.
Ice on my neck, like I pulled a muscle with some niggas from the set that ain't scared to tussle. Last time that I checked, I just wanna check the last time that I checked. Shit, I just wanna check live. Run it up. My bitch need a bag. The last three wasn't enough. Count it up. Hey, put the L. I told you the amount was off. I'm all about money, you know I'm no dummy when it comes to these hundreds. Give me my check, niggas act funny, so I keep curry. Pull up like 30 for my respect. Might have to slide on them. James Brown with the pocket rocket, nickname Lil H-Town. I'm like, hey now, you said the first is the eighth now. A drumming with the rebound, off the glass breaker down. I was 17 with a movie clip, try to make a scene. Off the triple beam, numbers flipping like the judging team. I was the life of the party before they shut down the party. Black sheep Chris Farley, had him on a wave like gnarly. Now I push numbers like sorry. Hey, this show, baby, call Mari. Took the bitch out of Ed Hardy. Now a new bag, Bagari. So give me mine. Give me my check, or she dropping them penny lines. Penny line, pussy on day. On my neck, like I pulled a muscle with some niggas from the set that ain't scared to tussle. Last time that I checked, I just wanna check the last time that I checked. I just wanna check like run it up. My bitch need a bag, the last three wasn't enough. Count it up. Hey, bitch with the L. I told you the amount was off. I'm all about money, you know, no dummy when it comes to these hundreds. Give me my check, niggas act funny, so I can curry. Pull up with 30 for my respect. Mike Jackson with my Billie Jean. Put the scope in his mouth, no Listerine. Say they won't smoke, now they all choke. Asking for the patch for the nicotine. Just popped a couple sensible beans. Wash it down with a pint of lube. Hit your bitch off of Elm Street. Now we're all in the dreams. Jumping like a trampoline. Ice cold, need vapor rub. Maybe it be Maybelline. How all my exes trying to make up. Ocho Cinco give me head, but new Christians gotta pray up. Don't fuck with you, pig. Assalamu alaikum. Foreign denture white when I be flossing. Neck be looking like a leaky faucet. All my dogs stay on guard, please approach with caution.
From the day that I met you, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to fall in love again. There was something about your style that made it all work well. With you, so I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'll write a 4-page letter. Me and you, around late night, falls in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, Cantaloupe song, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Hey, can't you see we were made for each other? It's plain to see, it's destiny. We're made to be. You are my homie, always there for me. But how do I tell you? So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm write a 4-page letter. Me and you, falls in love like it was the 90s again. You and me, Cantaloupe song, falls in love like it was the 90s again. Ooh, baby, baby, baby. Whoa. So I creeping on the down low. Tell me which way did he go? There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody, yeah, but I'm kinda shy. So tonight I'm right a 4-page letter. Me and you, baby, falls in love like it was the 90s again. The 90s again. You and me,
right. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bloods. That is Stephanie Boyd. We're gonna keep it rolling. Let's get my man Brandon just called me from Sarpy County. So we're gonna play one of my favorite songs of his, Unforgettable. Boss with us this morning.
Trey made this beat.
I'm hard to forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very rare. Real is rare.
Oh yeah, today is Love Yourself Thursday. Be purposeful on loving yourself. Without a doubt.
You ain't gotta lie to me about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Boss with me, y'all. Unforgettable.
Ooh, I know you out here doing you. I don't bother to ask cause you ain't about to tell the truth. I ain't about to address the elephant in the room. You ain't about to confess and I ain't finna assume. Ooh, remember when you broke the news and told me you was sleeping with another dude? Expecting me to act like everything was cool, but that was something I wasn't willing to do. Ooh, now look at what I'm going through. I used to feel like I had everything to prove, but now I feel like I ain't got nothing to lose. It's life or death and I don't know what I'ma choose. Ooh, I ain't gon' lie, I got the blues. I ain't gon' lie, sometimes you leave me so confused. Losing my mind, I tend to lose a couple screws. I wanna cry, but when I cry, you get amused. Cause you like to feed off my misery. You don't know how much you mean to me. But you act like you don't remember me. You can't wipe me out of your memory. I'm unforgettable. Can't forget me. I'm tattooing that brain, I promise you. I guarantee. Everything we done been through, you wanna forgive me? For real? All these difficult situations, trials and tribulations, on top of losing my patience, make it hard to have relations. Honestly, don't see nobody meeting my expectations. Gotta ride alone if I plan on meeting my destination. Thought I could make it work, but it was my imagination. Telling me your love was real, it was just a hallucination. I suffer from retardation, adding you to the equation. Cause I was real and maybe you was imitation. Went to jail on probation and got a 3-year vacation. I gotta go the duration from having a conversation. I think it's crazy you let them people intimidate you. And now it's to the point I wanna call and say I hate you. Cause you got me in jail for something you know I ain't do. Calling your phone is something I know I can't do. If the tables turn, girl, this pain will probably break you. I can't expect you to understand and I can't make you. Cause you like to feed off my misery. You don't know how much you mean to me. But you act like you don't remember me. You can't wipe me out of your memory. I'm unforgettable.
We'll get rolling, y'all, this morning. My man Jay Keys, boss with me.
It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by. Nowadays rolling too deep. Me and my partners be coolin'. Grinding to get it and stack it up, rack it up, split it up, blessings we doin'. Get to be asking what's up. I'm trying to stay out the way. Head on the swivel, I'm watching the walkers that push on your soul every day. I'm dope. I'm so organic. We pushing product. What? We set the standards. Every day you gotta elevate. Always be pushing to get more. Always be listening to intuition. I get more. It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by,
I'ma get by. Breaking the mold, man, I'm different from most. Pops had a hold on my head, bro. Soaking the game up until I came up to a time when I needed to flip mode. Niggas be asking what's up. I'm trying to stay up the way. Swinging and switching lanes with the thing. I promised my mama I'll change, but I'm dope. Hey, I'm so fantastic. Hey, you see the drip, where you can have it. Hey, hey. If you really wanna get up and get it, my nigga, there ain't no excuses. Look at your life, and if you ain't satisfied, trying to change up, the deuces. It's an everyday struggle just to get by. This ain't playing, gotta get by. Doing my grind, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by. Get by, I'ma get by, I'ma get by.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford.
I've been working hard for this right here. Giving my blood, my sweat, my tears. Always had dreams that I make it to the top. Even when it got hard, I kept going non-stop. Pops wasn't there, but my mama held it down. She tried to keep me from hanging with the wrong crowd. Hanging with the homies, running in and out the house. Big pounds on the table, big guns in the couch. I'm glad my little brother chose to take another route. Cause the little homie there was short than me on the ounce. You gotta reach for the stars, aim through the clouds. Cause it's way more than life than what the streets talking about.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the ride. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford.
As long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid, I ain't gonna let y'all worry me. Ain't gonna let y'all worry me. My son playing sports, crossover game nice. Boxing little bit, stiff left, strong rights. Crazy how life changed right before your eyes. One day you're nobody, next day you're the God. Now everybody on you talk about how they know you, claiming what you owe them, everything that they showed you. But at the same time, they can't wait till it's over. Praying for your downfall, sitting waiting like a cobra.
I was born to be a star, so I'ma shine. Even though where I'm from, they be hating all the time. Seem like they expect me to fall, but I ain't surprised. My eyes on the prize, now my city's on the ride. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I'm on my Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford. I feel like Terrence Crawford.
Say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the moves I make, as long as all my straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gonna let y'all worry me. Ain't gonna let y'all worry me. I say what you wanna say, you gon' hate anyway. You always gon' have something to say about the make, as long as all my kids is straight and all my bills is paid. I ain't gonna let y'all worry me. Ain't gonna let y'all worry me.
Yeah. Eddie K.
Tous les watts. Yeah.
I feel I'm over shouty, I buy the full squad to link ADK, Kubo losses, don't shout. We pull up with a new baby bear, you shut down, la pass for bang, yeah, we never go down. Mumpaya sem na yenima, we don't shout. Street boy hustle for the money and don't shout. So we shout, yeah, we don't shout. Yeah, you say, although you're a but we don't shout. Where you groovy, feeling the star, and it's a movie. I dream team is some now with him, so many you. May I day, I know get your time when you meet duty. Your bad mind, they never go the movie.
If you are done, na pants pen a rock now we shout it. Kanta gang, you know, fort now you scout it. Bantama girls are dropping, I be shaggy will be on the conti pound rock. I blondy be ye, la pass you phone board now 1,000. Counter back, pull now we shit, now we shout it. Vandasada, po cry, your boy hat tricky, burobi palm, quado. Missu, I mean, maybe me, but and yamio. Man, you better man queen comedian kajai. Friday night head and you and I'm the boost I land you. I chill sana boys in crack up. Me and me game now, so me and me barbe fan. A banner sign on the pack to pack. Atika, phantom mamba.
Another banger for the shout. For the boys, for the girls, don't shout. You wear my 24 mama beat, if you try move your feet, we they come with the heat, don't shout. Fine girl, now so one to a K, don't shout. Who could a laptop, so one search, don't shout. Ever yet, Charlie, how you go eat? Or
don't shout. We dey score there, Temasula Pass, don't shout. Rappers there 7, but I be the plus, don't shout. I call it set my station, we were bus. There was a with the coin, yes, I try, you know, free pass, don't shout. We dey camp plus some new groove. This year, more energy, don't shout. They then don't say the KB, the new age. We go shatter them soon, gringo. We dey mad from the east to the north to the south, don't shout. But then never back to the knock. That's what I take she run about, no sir. I'm a fair, I'm a get me bet, don't shout. Small boy danger. I read, we mix TV, save the wonder. Too much sauce, be like it for us some ginger. Paddy make them know, we go shine forever, hey. Charlie make them know, we go shine forever.
Another bang for the street, don't shout. For the boys, for the girls, don't shout. You wear my 24 mama beat, make you try move your feet. We they come with the heat, don't shout. Fine girl, now so one to a K, don't shout. Who could a laptop, so one search, don't shout. Ever yet, Charlie, how you go eat? Or brand no be cheap, did you put on repeat, don't shout.
Me, I never flat you before. Me, I never chopped Gary before. Penny no be me cause me I know the lie. Don't shout. Me no me brama me man will hide. Don't shout. While they send me credits make I take post. At abandon. ECG PDS start roll. Light a candle. I touch light. I flash PA. Give highlight. You know the scene. We get sorry for me kwan so very good chak. If a man try cross, I have on you chak. So we go bana ye chiwa. Don't shout. God no be mumu the work e solid. Don't shout. Baby you go make a room take it can. Don't shout. Now so ala say wo kremwa.
Yeah. Another banger for the street. Don't shout. For the boys, for the girls, don't shout. You wear my feet, we they come with the heat, don't shout. Fine girl, now so could a laptop, so one search, don't shout. Ever yet, Charlie, how you go eat? Or brand no be cheap, did you put on repeat, don't shout.
Walk with me. Take my hand, man. 5 steps away from my porch, headed to your corner store. Could already smell the aromas of death, lust, and hydro. While kids playing out in the streets, making one to pop their mouths, talking disrespectful. Hell, you never see their parents around. A block away from my crib, walking through a gang slang and gang bang. Lost souls repeating the same things. Really wish that I could move right now, but I can't. So since we're both here, take my hand and walk with me. Come with me through my hood. Come on and take a walk with me. We're redemption ain't all good. Take my hand, take my hand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. Maybe if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. About 2 more blocks to go before I reach my destination. Perspiration, 97 degrees, I'ma need that hydration. Contemplating for the first time I'm buying a strap. Cause only 50 feet from my current stance, but brothers getting jacked. And I can't do a thing besides walk on by. Because I don't have some heat like they do. Yet and still my heart cries.
Only one more block to go to finish my mission. And it's my favorite block cause it's sister that I've been feeling. Hey, what's up, Aisha? Damn, what happened to your eye? But I would be a lie acting like it's the first time. Only once can you play victim when you find that someone's toxic. After that, you're a willing participant in all the night. She replied, I really wish that I could leave, but I can't. So since we're both here, maybe you could take my hand and walk with me. Come with me through my hood. Come on and take a walk with me. Where redemption ain't all good. Take my hand, take my hand. Baby, if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand. Maybe if you take my hand, finally then you'll understand.
Theater down on the theater down on the theater down on the theater
I show no ID, you know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP, I'm VIP. Hey, when I step in the club, they already know who's the best in the club. From the east to the west, or the rest of the clubs. When I come through, they show love and throw it up. I'm in the back with a bottle full of jacket. A house full of piss, I got that sex in the club. Pocket full of green, man, I'm fresh and so clean. I'm so fresh as a well, I'm fresh in the club. Yep. Hey, I'm a party on. Yeah, I'm a party on. Mommy got Bacardi lunch, that is party time. Damn, that Bacardi gone. Ain't killing my vibe, ain't killing my high. Yeah, I'm in my party zone. I got my drink and my two-step, my drink and my two-step. I'm a party to the party gone until it's over. You know, I show no ID. You know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
I'm on cloud 9, up in the club, but I'm feeling fine. Never a nickel, baby, always a dime. At like 5'9", I get better with time. Feeling fancy free. I represent my team, the 313. We VIP. Yeah, we VIP. Dressed to impress, as you can clearly see. But this is crazy though. Yeah, this is crazy though. I'm the chick in the clique. I'm the chick in the clique. Yeah, with that crazy flow. You need to stop all the hating. Stop all the hating. Yeah, you can save it, yo. You wanna roll with me? Meet me in VIP. Yeah, and that's Lady Rocky. That's me. Yeah.
I show no ID. You know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this means? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
VIP, wide body, and your boy Reed. Came in on 10 and it's all on me. I could've did the long sleeve or the 2C. At the bar, buy it out like it's all on me. VIP, walk in, feeling all tipsy. It ain't a problem for the night because my dog with me. 10 on me right now, counting all 50. 745, back to back with the 550. I'm playing rounds in the parking lot on 4 Giottos. Thing on my wrist like a gold bottle. I walked in the club looking like I hit the lotto. Low key, mixed breeze, sipping on Moscato. I make it rain, make it flood, make the weather change. Tear the whole club up like a hurricane. VIP, spend it all, buying everything. Running through a whole 12 like a shoestring.
I show no ID, you know why? Cause I'm VIP. I got a pocket full of green, and you know what this mean? That means that I'm VIP. They show nothing but love when I'm up in the club. Why? Cause I'm VIP. You wanna hang with me? You wanna hang with me? Why? Cause I'm VIP. I'm VIP.
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna turn out fine. Cause I got it. So won't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Just keep on. Why don't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Just keep on moving. We see the sun shining here on such a beautiful day. Today is the day the Lord has made, and we're gonna keep it pushing and keep a smile on our face because we know the blessings on the way. Hey, I got a lot to look forward to in this year because it's a brand new season. God got it in his hands, so what we stressing out for? The Lord is in control, like you didn't already know. But if you didn't know, now you know, and that's how it goes. And it's all good, because God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, even when it's like, ugh. I know it gets hard, I know it gets tough, but keep a smile on your face. Don't give up the faith, help is on the way. You just gotta wait, hold your head up, it's gonna be okay. Stand on his word, believe in his word. I'm praising God on the promises. Tell you above, not beneath, blessed, come and blessed. Blessed in the field and blessed in the city, the lender and not the borrower. Yes, sir. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna turn out fine. Cause I got it. So won't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Just keep on. Why don't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Just keep on moving. You know the Lord got our back no matter what, man. You know the Lord got your back no matter what, man. You know the Lord got our back no matter what, man. So we ain't really gotta worry about a thing, man. I'ma lift my head up and raise my hands to the sky. Salute the King and give him glory, cause the Lord is worthy. Blessed to see another day that the Lord has made. He made a promise and he put his word above his name. No other name is greater, no other name is perfect. No other name has the power like the name of Jesus. And this is his day, like any other day. We give him honor and praise and glorify his name. Okay, everything's gonna be alright. Gonna turn out fine, cause God got it. So won't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Just keep on. Or don't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Keep on moving. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna turn out fine, cause I got it. So won't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. Just keep on. Why don't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving. I salute the King and give him all glory. No need to worry, cause I know my God is legendary. The same God back then is here right now, smiling down on everybody, lifting up his name. I'm unashamed of my God because he loves me. He showed me that he will never ever leave me. He showed me that he will always be there for me. And when I call on his name, he'll come and see about me. So keep your head above water, never let him see you sweat. Keep your eyes on the prize, he will make a way. He is the way, he will never ever leave you hanging. He'll never leave you nor forsake you, that's what he's saying. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna turn out fine, cause I got it. So won't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving, just keep on. Why don't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving, keep on moving. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna turn out fine, cause I got it. So won't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving, just keep on. Why don't you just smile, 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 and just keep on moving.
Done crucifix though. It's Joey on the beats.
Who be the barber? Who be the down? Walking the Prada, what is the down? Pouring no logo, come with the down. That is the dada, come in the crucifix though. Parting like we from Puerto Rico. The man them go loco, the girl them go loco. Tacos, when I visit them for Mexico. Take a road, you don't see pictures. Atlanta to London, Nebraska to Lagos to Asia. Isabella, Maria, Alexa, Julie, and Gabriela. They keep sending love letters. Compressor, we make it feeling nice. She don't realize. Anything when you like. Just make her booty bounce. For crucifix story. Parting now we from Puerto Rico. The man them go loco. The girl them go loco. They love me like the tacos. When I visit them for Mexico. Take a road, take a road. The young crucifix story.
Baby, call me the double crucifix.
Oh, yeah, what you go? Why you shaking the go? What you go? Why you go? Make a shake. What you go? What you go? Don't make a shake. That pull my thing could be like conga, conga, conga. When you go down, it be like conga, conga, conga. I think that on it be like conga, conga, conga. Let me know you behind it be like conga, conga, conga. Good at what you think, girl. Make I give you the ten, girl. Baby, come for the ten, girl. Make I give you the ten, girl. Anything, what you want, anything, anything, baby, come, anything. Maybe late, I will show you the way. That pull my thing could be like conga, conga, conga. When you go down, it be like conga, conga, conga. Happy conga, conga. Let me know you behind it be like conga. That pull my thing could be like conga, conga, conga. When you go down, it be like conga, conga, conga. Happy that on it be like conga, conga. Conga, let me know you behind it be like conga, conga, conga. What you did for your back, it high pass it banana, banana. Oh. When you move your behind, it be like a banana, banana. Oh. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. On the moon, yeah, behind eat the bad like a gongo. Oh, yeah, bam, what you do? Why you shaking the go? What you do? How you go make a shake? What you do? Just down, make a shake. What you do? Oh, yeah, bam, what you do? Why you shaking the go? What you do? How you go make a shake? What you do? Just down, make it go. What you do? Yeah, boom, my thing could be like conga. When you go down, it be like conga. I bring that on, it be like conga. Let me know you be honey, be like conga. When you bam with the cool, when you shake in the go, how you go make a shake with the cool, just down make a shake with the cool. Oh, you bam with the cool, when you shake in the go, how you go make a shake with the cool, just down make it go with the cool. Put that boom, my take. That boom, my take. Your boy push me hard. It's your attention. I know they kill.
Toes down, two eyes in the sky, with one heart that beats proud to realize I'm alive. I made it, that's what I say the times that I should have died. But Lord save me, is what I pray for the inside of my mind. I'm having daily shouting matches with the devil. What you want from me? To try and break me down on every level, then be done with me? See, ever since the day you took my mother right in front of me, it's so clear. A line of blood with no fear is what I pump and bleed. Friends that were never truly the family who never knew. My back has been noted duly. For real, it's not a movie. This life I live is my code of born sinner. But the veins of a winner are flowing through me saying,
gotta run away to a place where I can be myself. Cause I don't wanna stay in this space where I can barely breathe. Not another day, not a second, minute, hour, oh no. Gonna hear me say, if you feel it, come and sing with me. Run away.
The first to say that if I had the chance to leave, I'd pack my bags and run away. Like Forrest Gump, if life's a box of chocolates, I can't get a taste. Kit Kats, I got bars, but I can't even catch a break. The kickback, had a moon walking like Mike Jack. Cause when I get put on the map, ain't no telling how on act. But life had a down, wasn't even real, and I was on fast. Did like my big brother told me, get the f up and fight back. Ain't got no top in the flag. Make sure that paper gets stacked. No good, well, it ain't no day in hell killing you in rap. Tying up my red 11s and I get the stretch. I'm about to chase a blessing. If they started placing, I ain't even stressing. Said I couldn't have it, so I'm about to get it's your boy.
Gotta run away to a place where I can be myself. Cause I don't wanna stay in this space where I can barely breathe. Not another day, not a second, minute, hour, oh no. Gonna hear me say, if you feel it, come and sing with me. Run.
All right, Omaha. All right, Omaha, the birds, the bless. I'm out of here. Today is Love Yourself Thursday. Be purposeful on loving yourself without a doubt. Boss with me.
This is a public service announcement.
Are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real. What I want y'all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. sick, stay home. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene. We can stop the spread of the virus. So stay home, stop the spread, save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly. We're here to keep you informed. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves. And
are you a business person? Are you in sales and tired of traveling for and selling for a company you don't own? You could partner with iTex, the country's largest retail trade exchange. Businesses increase sales, move idle inventory. Profit. Now is a great time to partner with us in this fast-growing business. Visit omaha.itex.com. Become an iTex partner. Visit omaha.itex.com.
It's just a public service announcement.
are you tired of hearing about the coronavirus? Well, it's real.
I'm telling you, it's real. That's what I want y'all to do for me. Check this out, man.
Don't panic. If you're sick, stay home.
Stay away from me if you're contagious.
Stay at least 6 feet away from others.
The most dangerous disease. Coronavirus.
Wash your hands frequently and practice good hygiene.
Trying to show these people what time it is, boy.
We can stop the spread of the virus.
Coronavirus. Cover your mouth. You're contagious.
So stay home, stop the spread, save lives. Most importantly, let's check on our elderly.
Word up, you ain't going out like this.
We're here to keep you informed.
Coronavirus. Just get it real. Don't believe the hype.
In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.
Don't believe the hype.
Are you a business person fed up with working for someone else? Are you in sales and tired for a company you don't own? You could partner with iTex, the exchange. iTex helps individuals and businesses increase sales, move idle inventory, open new markets, and build cash profit. Now is a great time to partner with us in this fast-growing business. Visit omaha.itex.com. Become an iTex partner. Visit omaha.itex.com.
Don't wash your hands, get the sanitizer. Don't wash your hands, get the sanitizer. Don't wash your hands, get the sanitizer. Don't wash your hands, don't wash your hands. Where your mask at? Put your mask on. If it's too lit, I can stay at home. Catching COVID-19, you be dead wrong. Keep it 6 feet, you be dead gone. I can't move without that mask, it's the same song. Every store I go into, gotta have it on. Yeah, the store empty, but the line long. It's a deadly virus, better pay attention. I hit dying, y'all better listen. Upper respiratory problems, even chest pain. It don't discriminate, this is not a race thing.
Brought to you by Creighton University Center for Promoting Health and Health Equity, COVID-19 Project, North Omaha COVID-19 Community Task Force, and Healthy Village Collaborative. For more information, poweromaha.com/HVC.
Nebraska has the COVID-19 vaccine to save lives and get our numbers down. It's safe and effective using technology that's been tested for 10 years. It's free for everyone, though administrative fees may apply. No, you're covered, but even with the vaccine, we still need to wear masks. Check on each other and avoid crowds. Beating COVID is worth the shot. The good life's in sight if we all do right. Visit DoRightRightNow.org to learn more.
During the past year, accessing community health care has been a challenge for Nebraska families. Safety concerns and misinformation have caused many to miss checkups, avoid procedures, or simply get answers to health-related questions. At Charles Drew Health Center, Inc., we want to see you back. The health and safety of your family is our top priority. We've been your trusted source for everything, from primary healthcare services to explaining affordable healthcare coverage options. You can trust our healthcare professionals with any questions or concerns you have, including accurate information on COVID-19 vaccines and testing, why it is important, when it is available, and how to make an appointment to get the vaccine or testing. At Charles Drew Health Center, Inc., we're here to answer any questions about your healthcare, including information you can trust on COVID-19 vaccines and testing. Call 402-451-3553. Come back to community healthcare you can trust.
Dr. Jasmine Marcellin will be joining me on Wednesday, April 21st to talk about our Black community and answer commonly asked vaccine questions. It is important to educate ourselves on COVID-19 and address the real issues of health disparity that have affected so many of our friends and families and how the vaccine can help. Join us for this real talk at 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday, April 21st.
Freedomtainment presents the Omaha Freedom Festival, Saturday, June 19th. The festival will run from noon to midnight after the Omaha NAACP Juneteenth Parade. Freedomtainment is a local nonprofit educating, empowering, and entertaining the Omaha, Nebraska community about North Omaha culture. For more information, go to omahafreedomfestival.com.
Go wash your hands, get your sanitizer. Go wash your hands, get the sanitizer. Go wash your hands, get the sanitizer. Go wash your hands, go wash your hands. Mask set, put your mask on. If it's too lit, I stay at home. Catching COVID-19, you be dead wrong. Keep it 6 feet, you be dead. I can't move without that mask, it's the same song. Every